Adam Lerner, and here we are today at brooklynphotoworks.com, and we are going to talk about shooting outdoor portraits in multiple different situations using the available light that we have and ways to manipulate that light to get different kinds of effects. And today I have my lovely model, my sister Amanda, who's helping me out today, and you know, she's all dressed up for a photo shoot. So we're going to go for potentially some headshots, maybe some full body stuff. We're just going to kind of see how it goes. But as you can see where we're standing right now, the sun is really harsh because we've got that late afternoon sun that's cutting right through here. But there's some really cool things that we'll be able to do with that sun. Then if we step a little bit back, you stay there, look what happens. We have some shade from that sun. All right, now there's a couple other things to consider. We've got greenery backdrop over to our right. We've got a house over here to our left that we're probably not going to want to shoot because it's busy. And we've got a barn behind us that's nice and dark that'll allow for some really great fall off with our light. So I'm going to just go through some different portraits. I'm going to direct Amanda and we're going to show you guys different techniques that we can use using the available light and the situations that we have out here right now. Today I'm just shooting with a Fuji X Pro 1. I've got a 50mm lens on there, and our lighting tool today, if we choose to use it, is going to be a 5-in-1 reflector. This is something that every photographer should have. I think they're very handy. You can get them real cheap, about 30 bucks on Amazon.com or any of those kinds of places, whatever. All right, so here we go. I'm going to grab my camera and I'm going to get my settings. Now, I want to shoot with a shallow depth of field. I really want to get that kind of softness, but I also want to, so if I'm going to be shooting with a shallow depth of field, that means that I'm probably going to be shooting at the lowest native ISO, which on this camera is 200, and I'm probably going to be shooting at a really fast shutter speed. I've got up to 1/4000th of a second on here, so let's just see what we're going to be doing here. Okay, so I really like the look that we got here. We've got some incredible rim light from the sun in Amanda's hair. And I really want to kind of, you know, take advantage of that because it really looks terrific. So let me just get the camera together. I think I'll maybe start it around f2, and I'm just going to get settings. So you just relax. Don't worry about me. I think I should probably turn the camera on. Okay, camera's on. All right, and let's see. Okay, so let me just get my bearings right here. So we're about a thousandth of a second at f2, and we're at ISO 200. Let me just verify that. Actually, you know what? I'm completely wrong. Let me change the ISO, people. You know, this is what has to do with preparedness when you're doing a shoot. Okay, so let me go down to ISO 200. Boom, and we're at f2. So now I'm going to open up I'm going to slow down my shutter, and I'm going to be at about a 2/50th just for starters. Okay, so just relax your eyes. I want you to give me kind of more of a, I don't want big eyes. I want kind of like just more of like, nope, I don't want squinty eyes either. This is why it's really important to direct your model, because when you first engage in a photo shoot, there's all kinds of expectations, there's all kinds of things that are going through your brain. And my thing as a photographer is that I want to make sure that my model is comfortable, but that I also get the results that I want. So you're just going to relax your eyes, relax your whole face. Give me a little bit of a soft smile. Exactly, something like that. Just something relaxed. Shake it out for a minute. Yeah, see? There you go. There's some technique for you guys. All right. So now what I want you to do as well is I want you to kind of just look off into there and just kind of relax the whole thing. Just get into it, and let's do it like that. Okay, here we go. Oh man, we've got some amazing light going on here. Just drop your chin just a hair. All right. And you know what, I'm going to have to go up to a 500th because we got a little bit more light on us. All right, and I'm shooting horizontally, and let's just go there. Boom. All right, I'm just going to take a quick peek at what we have here. And that's really, really cool. It's really soft light. The hair light is incredible. And let's just keep going from there. All right, now, just look at me. Drop your chin just a little bit. Drop your chin just a little bit. There we go. Eyes to me, eyes to me. Bring your face just toward me just a hair. Drop your chin. Okay, relax your face, relax your smile. Drop your chin a little bit more, a little bit more. There we go, great. Excellent. Okay. Very nice, very nice, very nice. All right, let me just take a look here. These are really super cool. Now, what's happening, guys, is because I've got so much light washing into the lens, the image looks a little bit soft. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab my handy dandy reflector and I'm going to do something in order to mitigate all of that incredibly harsh light and be able to get a little bit more light on Amanda's face. All right, now we're on the reflective, the silver side here, which is very harsh. So I'm just going to kind of bring a little bit of light. Okay, now, I don't know if you guys can see that there, but that is really harsh. That's way too much light. That's going to basically blind her. So what we're going to do here is we're going to open up the reflector, and I'm going to basically put it onto another side, probably the white side, or I might even use this bit here, okay? And hop back in there.
Yep.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
And let's see. Actually, you know what? We're going to need the reflector on this. All right, so give me a second, guys. I'm just going to swap this thing out. Amanda, if you want to step out into the shade for a second, because I'm sure you're scorching over there. So here's the thing, guys. We've got a silver side. That's very reflective, very contrasty. We've got a black side, obviously, that blocks light. On the other side here, we've got gold, which is going to give you warmer light, and then we've got a white that's a little bit neutral. Now this thing on its own acts as a diffuser. So come back into the light for a second, and we'll get into this in a bit. So now if I really wanted to diffuse the light that's on Amanda, I can hold this back over here, and that's going to give like a really nice light. And we'll get into that in a minute here. But for the purpose of this, I'm just going to throw this thing into this 5-in-1 here. I'm going to do it really, really, really elegantly, as you guys can see, because it's really easy to manage. But you know, that's the thing about these reflectors, is that they're really easy to use, and they're so incredibly versatile because, like I said, it is a 5-in-1. You know, you've got black, white, silver, gold, and then the diffuser, okay? So here we go, bear with me. Okay, we got a stuck zipper here. There we go. And you know, look, the thing is that a lot of these are kind of cheap. This is a pretty cheap one, so you just got to be a little careful with it, and there we go. All right. So now I'm going to take my reflector and I'm going to bounce a little bit of light into Amanda's face. And I'm going to take the same exact portrait with the same exact settings. Drop your chin just a bit. Okay, keep your eyes at me. Perfect, that's great. We're at 500th of a second. Nice. Just going to move the reflector around a little bit. Let's see, with the soft smile, you can give me a little bit of tooth. There you go, that's nicer. Yeah, that's great, that's great. Turn your head more toward camera. No, your shoulders, keep your shoulders like they were. Exactly. Okay. And great. Now you guys are hearing a focus beep, and I am locking focus and then I'm recomposing. All right. Let me just take a look at these guys here. And we've got such a dramatic difference, okay? The difference between the lit and the non-lit, okay? It looks like a studio portrait because of the way it's lit. So let's just cycle through a few more of these things here. All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to be toward me, exactly, and I want you to flip your hair back.
Yep.
And then, okay, so we're gonna do it on the count of 3, and I don't want you to be so far forward. Hang on, let me lock focus in first, and then we'll have you do it. So hold on. Okay, so whenever you're ready, 1, 2, 3. Cool. 1, 2, 3. And hang on, I know this is crazy. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you did it on your own.
Okay.
Now, try not to move your head back as much. You can do it a little bit less dramatically.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Great. Now let's do. Let's just take a quick look at these just to see how those came out. These are really fun. They're very joyful. They're very playful. There's something really cool about that. Okay, guys. Now. What I wanted to also show you guys with this reflector here is that oftentimes if the reflector is too hard for you to manage, or you don't have an assistant, or you don't have anything to lean it on, you can hand it to your model. So now I'm just going to have her position it in place. Okay, that's great. And what it's doing is it's illuminating her from the underside of her face quite a bit. In fact, it's brought in so much light, I'm actually going to have to go to 1,000th of a second right here. That's gorgeous. Okay, great. Now look down a little bit like this, but put your whole head down. In other words, like you're like this. There you go. A little bit of a soft smile. But your eyes should be more here. There you go. Exactly. That's perfect. That looks great. Give me a little bit of tooth with that soft smile. There you go. Just relax your face a little bit. Now keep everything the same and look at me. There you go. Tilt your head a little bit to the left. That feels weird, right? Bring your face a little bit more toward camera. No, I mean, in other words, straighten it more toward camera. Great. Turn your head a little bit to the right. Now bring your eyes to me. Great. Drop your chin just a little hair. Great. And now give me a little bit more tooth. There you go. That's great. That's great. And boom. Okay. So let's just step into the shade here for a minute there. Let's take a look at these. And these are looking really fantastic. There's some really nice stuff going on here. So this is basically what would be called a 3-light setup. Okay. Or actually it would be a 2-light setup, forgive me. We've got the sun and we've got the reflector. So you could consider your sun kind of like your fill light, your rim light, and the reflector is acting as our key light, which is really kind of cool. Now, I might want to tone it down a little bit to get rid of all that harshness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Amanda stand more in the shade where she is. So come a little bit closer to me. There you go. Come on. There you go. All right. And I like that there's a little bit of wisps of lights. Take a little bit of a step to your right. A little bit more. Okay, great. Oh, perfect. All right, now, let's see. I'm going to keep this right about here. You just kind of relax over there. And let's see. All right, so we've put her into a little bit more into shadow. So I'm going to go back to a 500th of a second. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this right here. That's great. Lovely. Beautiful. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to turn like this and kind of just look back at me, okay? Bring your shoulders around a little bit more toward camera, exactly. Find your footing, just relax for a minute. No, actually, no, change position, then find footing. You understand?
Yep.
Actually, the other way. You were right the first time. There you go. Now relax, 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 relax. That's great. I want you to be more like you're kind of looking back to the camera. You know what I mean?
But with my shoulders?
No, no, no. You can be facing away from the camera. Or you could even be looking over there. Like looking over there. You see what I mean? I want to get a little bit more of a profile shot on this one.
Just make sure you get my good side.
All right. I want your left shoulder to be back more. You're on camera right now. That's great. I don't think you're getting me. What I'm trying to say is that it's almost as if you're kind of like that.
Oh, okay. No?
Yep. And okay, so yeah, you're kind of facing back a little bit. It's almost as if you're kind of walking away, and you're kind of looking like that.
I can do that.
But let's do it without the walk. Get the position together.
Oh, hey.
Right. Oh, hey. All right, here we go. That's great.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. I'm going to come in a little tighter. That looks awesome. Okay, now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to take the lens cap off, the lens hood off the camera because I want to get a little bit of lens flare from the sun. All right, I want this to be a little bit loose, and that's why I'm shooting so wide open. Here we go.
Oh, hey.
Let me just drop this down a little bit. I like the way you have a little bit of a cue for it. That's great. Drop your chin just a little bit. And look, instead of looking so far over this way, look more like in that direction.
Yeah,
okay, and here we go. That's great.
Okay.
Drop your chin. Great. And I'm really going for the lens flare, guys. That is super cool. Wow, it is so super soft with this lens flare. Now I'm going to drop this thing down a little bit further. Go for a little more lens flare. And boom. All right. Let's just take a little bit of a look here. Really super cool. Wow, the lens flare is crazy. So now, what I want to do, when we were talking about before, is I want to put Amanda in the shade, because what's happening now is that we're all overheating, we're getting a little sweaty. So I want to be able to utilize the beautiful afternoon light that we have here, but you know, just move her a few feet over so we have shade. So let's keep you in this region over here, and I'm going to put you about here. All right, great. Now, we've got some really terrific light, and I might just even use a little bit of my gold, okay? You can stay straight onto camera.
Okay.
Just relax. No, shake it out. Just trying to find my light. It's right about there. There we go. Okay, now, okay, I got to reset the camera to 500th of a second, and I'm going to put a little bit more of that nice gold light on you. And there we go. Let me just see something. No, you stay exactly the way you are. I'm going to come into you a little bit more. All right, here we go. All right, that's great. And let me get some more light on you. And right about there. Oh yeah, that's so moody compared to what we were just shooting. I'm going down to 250th. Whoop. And hang on. Okay, here we go. Let me reset my light. Right about there. Oh yeah, that's really lovely. Soft smile. There we go. Super. I'm just going to come in. Let me see what I want you to do. Let me just think about this for a second. Actually, I like that right there. This light's pretty good. Okay, relax your whole thing, and bring your left shoulder to me a little bit more. There we go. Great. Okay. And there we have some nice catch lights in the eyes. And I'm just going to reposition this a little bit here. All right, here we go. Drop your chin just a little bit. Yep. Turn your head a little more toward camera. Drop your chin just a little bit. Drop your chin, drop your chin, drop it a little bit. Great. Nice. Take the hair off of your left shoulder and bring it around your right shoulder. You know what I mean? Like, whew.
Yeah.
There we go. Great. Super. Let's take a little step this way. Awesome. Now I got some cool lens flare going on here. I might just need to pop up to a 500th. Let's just see. Got to reset this little guy. And hold on. Right about. Just hold on to that for a minute. Actually, I liked it better over here. It's good. Oh, it's right. Good right there. Right about there. Okay, here we go. Downgrade the smile a little bit. And bring the hair really around to one side.
It never looks that good. I'll try it.
There you go. I even like the head tilt. That's really nice. Just grab a little more of this light. Let's take a little step this way. Actually, you know what? I liked it better before with the rim light that's going on here. That's great. Okay. I don't mind the head tilt either. That looks really cool, really cool. Coming a little bit tighter. It's really cool. I'm gonna get a little more lens flare on this puppy. Awesome. All right, guys, so that was, I don't even know what you want to call that. That was basically kind of like a 5-minute portrait utilizing the sun as a rim light and a 5-in-1 reflector to help give us some fill so that we can properly light our model. Now, there's plenty of times when you're going to be shooting into the sun and the face is going to be a little bit darker and it's going to kind of give a little bit more of a moody look. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you really want to kind of light things really nicely, you can use something like a 5-in-1 reflector on there. Now, if I had a light stand or if I had an assistant, we could also take the diffuser portion of the 5-in-1 reflector, and that thing is awesome. And I will definitely show you guys some examples of that in another video or another shoot at a later date. But for now, I just wanted to kind of show you guys that when you're in a situation like this where you've got this long afternoon light, but it's still very harsh, there's a lot of different ways that you can mitigate that light. You can use a reflector to bounce the light back in, or you can go into more of a shaded area. And then when you're shooting in this, think about what your background looks like, okay? Right now I'm shooting very, very wide, so my background is really, really soft, and there's some nice dap of light in the background. It adds for a really cool texture. So I had a lot of fun doing this shoot. I hope Amanda had a lot of fun doing this shoot. Maybe she'll use one of these pictures for Facebook or something like that. I don't know, who knows? But at the end of the day, we had fun doing it. We tried out a whole bunch of different stuff, and we just used our natural environment here. So that's it for now. Don't forget, check out brooklynphotoworks.com, and we'll see you soon.